Hello and welcome back to another video. This is my second actual video. Today's video I've got 5 easy to use and good to use creative maps that will get you better at Fortnite. So jumping straight into it, we've got Mongraal's classical edit course. This is what everyone knows, where he breaks a wall, gets the wall, edits the wall and places the stair. Easy as you like, but some people do struggle with the editing side of it, of getting the stair down quickly and then getting the edit off on the stair. This is probably the easiest map I found to use to get better at editing. It can become stressful at times due to the bot not being moved, but I've got pros and cons here of what's good and what's not. So moving on to the pros first, it's a very easy map to use. A lot of it is just edit the wall, place the stair, shoot the bot, and then fall down and do it again and again and again. It's very quick, very simple, very easy design to get your head around, nothing too complex. And number 3 is good for warming up. This means that if you are late to a competition, or if you just if you can't focus for a long period of time and you want to just play the game instead of warm up for long, this is very good to get your editing and your aim all done in one. And it doesn't take that long, like 5 minutes of this and then you should be good to go basically, unless you want to practice your builds. But the cons of it can get very repetitive after a while, doing the same thing over and over again. With this it also becomes boring due to repetitivity again of just seeing the same thing, and as I said at the start, the bot doesn't move, meaning that you're just aiming directly down the middle every time, over and over again, as you can see in the clip behind here. But overall, this map is very efficient at improving your Mongraal Classic and also getting you ready to play the game. Right, so moving on to map number 2, it's called the Crank Simulator. I actually saw this on Mr. Savage's YouTube video and I've been using it ever since. It's basically free building, but as soon as you hit high ground it resets you down to another platform where you can start again straight away. You can also time yourself, got to compete against others, and it's just really good for getting efficient at free building or warming up. The pros for this is that it resets at high ground. It's also very good for free building. It helps and it also helps to your 90 to be efficient. Therefore, that over there you're covering basically all aspects of building, including editing, because that classes as free building. However, there are a few cons to this, that it can easily just be replaced by another map, such as your own, or just there's nothing really different in it. It can reset sometimes before you even reach the high ground. You get reset down to the bottom. I don't know if that's a bug in a map or it's just the timer. I haven't figured that one out yet. And sometimes if you fall off and you try to run back up your ramp, it will just teleport you over to the other side. So that's not great, but it's something you can work around. You get a grapple that you can just grapple back up if need be. Right, for the third map, it's a edit course. It's a 1v1 edit, and this map is decent in its own sort of way. The pros for this, you can practice it with a friend, so you can go against each other, have a bit of competition to help you improve, and then you'll want to get better. You can play solo and try to beat your own score, doing it twice against, and then comparing the 2 times. And it's helpful for your aim and your movement due to a couple jumps in there and shooting while going around the course. The cons to this map, though, it gets very confusing at times when you come out of one place and then you're in the open and you've got to go somewhere else. You do have to work your way around it. It doesn't focus every single edit, it only focuses a few handfuls, and it's really for beginners only. It's not very complex, and it's quite a lot of normal edits, but it's good if you're new to editing, or you're moving from controller to keyboard and mouse and you just want to get the grasp of making default edits. The next one we're moving on to is Supreme Edits. It's actually a featured map right now. It's got all different types of levels, so you can use, no matter what level of editing you are, there is one in there for you. There's 4 different sections, as you can see that in the background now, and each one of them is a different type of edit. Therefore, you're not going to get bored of doing the same edits over and over again, and you'll be able to focus different areas of editing. And after the end of every run, there is a timer, so you can see how quickly you did it in, and then try to improve after that. For the cons, there's not really any cons. There's only one con I got here, and the difficulty, there needs to be more stages, I think, in between to help the difficulty, to jumping up from easy to medium to hard, because there is quite a big gap between the two. And the final map I found for today is an aim trainer. I also found this one from Mr. Savage, so props to him. It in-game, so you don't have to buy it, one like Kovacs, it does the same thing. It's the same, it's basically more efficient. You're already on Fortnite and you're using Fortnite mechanics. It's very quick for warming up. You can just jump in for 5-10 minutes, and then your aim's basically warm from all the different all the different activities you can do in there. And the instructions are very easy to follow. You don't have to figure it out as you go along or anything like that. It's all there. It's all black and white. I've only got one con for this, and on some of them, like popcorn shooting, the zombies don't always spawn, and it's quite annoying. You have to reset the map a few times. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe.